Welcome to Hardback Life. It's time for stories, sass, and strong opinions. Let's turn the page. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Becca.
Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone.
What's new?
I'm even more unprepared for this episode than I was the last.
This one is interesting, though, but we'll get there. Um, something
That was
exciting?
nice. Yes.
Tomorrow, which by the time people hear this will not be tomorrow, it'll be 2 days later because we'll release this on Tuesday, but tomorrow is Sunday, is our 1-year anniversary on Bookstagram.
Oh, yeah, you're really good at keeping track of that stuff, and I'm just like over here flopping in La La Land.
I made the birthday of the Instagram the day we made it so that I could remember that.
Oh, that's smart. So tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Wow.
I know, isn't that exciting?
That's crazy. A year ago, all of this went down.
Yeah. I mean, the podcast was not a full year ago. I don't think we started that until after our first book trip, right? Or
I
right
think
before.
so.
One of them.
Yeah, the podcast was a hot minute. Like we got comfortable with the Bookstagram first before we did the
Yeah.
podcast.
We layered ourselves in there.
Yeah, and then we're really laying ourselves for eventually starting a small business.
Yeah.
I would like to do
We
that
still want
someday.
to do that, guys. That hasn't gone away. It's just been crazy.
Hasn't gone away. The books that we have accumulated thus far still exist in my parents' basement.
Mhm.
They're there.
And I've been collecting ideas for like other things we could sell, but it's been shitty.
There is no way.
There's no other way to say it.
If we had started a small business, oh, I just hit my mic. If we had started a small business in December, like around the holidays, first of all, I was depressed as hell in December. I'm still depressed as hell, and it's late February.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just that was like our second attempt. Like we wanted to start it over the summer and then we were like, "You know what? Things are really going on right now." And then
there's
we were like,
no way.
"Let's talk about it in December." And we were both just so crazy in December. I don't even think we talked about it. Like I
Mm.
literally don't think we have mentioned it, but I still want to do it. It just is a matter
We
of when.
didn't talk about it over December or like the holidays because
Yeah.
everything was just a crapshoot. Like it's just been
It's been
it's
crazy.
it was a good call to wait on that one. But
Yeah, I agree.
still want to do it
Yes. Still
'cause
look
I
for
need
information out there, guys. Just not for a little bit, probably.
not right now.
We're not rushing.
Trying to think of anything new. Not really. Since
I
last
was
week.
excited. I just
Oh,
read
I know.
Go for it.
I finished Bridgerton.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I figured when you texted me last night that you were probably already watching it.
Oh yeah, I finished it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes yesterday and I watched 2 episodes last night.
Haven't started yet, guys. I'm so here it's a mix of
Listen.
things. It's a mix of things.
I need to give you an immense grief warning.
Okay. Because does Fran's thing happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's ugly. Like, it's not good.
It's
Like,
not hot?
it is No, it's not it's ugly as in, like, Hannah Dodd, who plays Francesca, blew it out of the park.
Wow. Is it the same
Um,
way that happened in the book?
yes.
Yeah.
Mm, I just yeah, there were a couple scenes where I was like, "Wow, like, you really looked the part." Like, you would think that you were actually going through what you're going through right now in the show. And there were some pretty vulnerable scenes with her and her mom. Yeah, major grief warning. Major grief warning.
It's not even necessarily the grief because I'm not getting choked up. Sorry, something just got stuck in my throat.
She's
Clarifying.
not crying. She's not crying. Specifically making that very clear.
I'm not crying, I promise. It's not so much the grief I'm worried about. I've been
Okay.
getting a lot better with it. I feel like I've really, been growing as far as that goes lately. It's something I've not talked about on here, and I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail, but at one point, my husband was very, very sick,
Mm,
and it's just going back to what that fear
mm,
was like, you know?
mm.
Because it's not something I revisit a lot. It's not like, he's healthy now, everything's great. It was not great. It was really rough for a while. But that's not one I've really figured out how to get over necessarily because it's not a very typical one
Mhm.
to be 24 and in the position I was in, so it's not one, losing a parent more people can relate to, I think.
Yeah.
So I've been able to, move forward on that one, but to have to relive some of the emotions that's gonna be a little bit I appreciate the warning.
Yeah.
Appreciated.
There is a scene that reminded me, like, exactly of you, and
I love that for me.
she basically, like she's talking to another character, And I hope nobody listening to our podcast watches Bridgerton and hasn't watched the rest of it, because, like,
Mm.
I mean, it's you know what? It's everywhere. It's all
I
over the
mean, we
internet.
all
I don't I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad.
knew it was coming.
I don't feel bad. Anyway, there's a scene with Francesca where she's talking to another character,
Mhm,
and the other character, is talking about, this is what he would have wanted and yada yada yada, and he would have wanted us to do this and to do that and da 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 da. And she just yells and goes, "No,
mhm.
no, he wouldn't. He's dead." Like, and
Well,
she
that's
just yells it, and I'm like, yes.
I literally said that to somebody after my dad died. They're like,
He's dead.
"It's what he would have wanted," and I'm like, "Well, I would have wanted him alive, so I guess neither of us are gonna fucking win." What why don't tell people that. Like,
No.
what?
My favorite comment is, "They're in a better place."
Oh my god.
Are they? Have you been there? I'm pretty sure
Honestly.
I'm pretty sure you haven't,
And
and if you
also,
have, you don't remember.
I take offense to that because you're saying away from me is better to that.
Alright, moving on. What were you gonna tell me? Moving past Bridgerton,
Mine was a good one, or a happy one rather.
we definitely need to do a mini episode when you finally watch
Yeah,
the season, which you need to get on it.
I know. I'm just not in a rush because, 1, I'm really upset about what they're doing with Francesca, so we all know that that's, like,
No,
a hard
no,
one for me.
they solved that for me.
Okay.
They solved that
I'm
for me.
just I'm just like to be true to books, especially with major plot lines like that, so I'm struggling.
So we can edit it out, but
I don't wanna know.
it's not really ruining anything.
I don't wanna know.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out.
They
But
address the pain in a different way, but it was strong enough that they delivered the message. Like, they delivered the message of the pressure of what it is to bear a child on a woman, and they were able to do it in a different way,
alright,
and I'm
I'll be
okay with
interested
that.
to see how I feel about it. I It was interesting to have it confirmed that it was, like, a male problem, not problem, it's not, it's nobody's fault, but that it was on the male side.
Yeah, and I think that what the show does honestly, I think what the show does better than the book is not just addressing the weight of the responsibility of a woman to bear children,
Mhm.
and what not getting pregnant means, but I think they also did a really great job at taking it one step further, and I don't know how I'm, like, trying to get across, like, really what message I received that seemed stronger. I think it was just the overall weight of being a woman. Like,
Mhm.
it wasn't just like, let's just focus on infertility or let's just focus on, loss. It was like being a woman in this time was very difficult. I just liked I liked it. I'm okay with it. From a lost mom, like, in that realm, like,
Mhm.
they I think they did a good job.
I'll be interested to see, like I said, I'm very much like a book purist, I hate when they
Yeah,
start
you are.
fucking shit up. It was written in a way for a reason,
Yeah,
so
like, also, like, there's an extra level of, like, I get to enjoy something different or in a different way,
Mhm.
and if it's done well, like, I think I said this in another episode, the direction they're going with her character, because the cousin is a male in the book and is a female in the show, I think they have a lot of room to make some powerful statements, and if they do it well, I'm good with it.
We'll have to wait until I watch it, but like I said, they could have chosen that with any other sibling. That's just where I stand on that, and maybe watching it will change that, but you could have done anybody else.
I mean, you could have done Benedict.
Could have done Benedict, could have done Eloise, could have done Hyacinth, could
Well,
have done Gregory.
I mean, Gregory and Hyacinth, I'm less attached to, like, in general.
Mhm.
Well, I'm forming attachment to Hyacinth after this season and who she's gonna become in the show.
I thought her story sucked, though, I'm not gonna lie. I hated her story.
Yeah, it was alright.
But it would have been good for a same-sex couple because they were sneaking out every night, they not were not being seen during the day. Could have been
Yeah,
a
it
whole
would have
big
been a
thing
good.
about coming out for that.
Yeah, and no. See, I disagree. Like, I think that Eloise is so strongly invested in the pushback of the patriarchy that, like, her eventually marrying and coming to terms with, I'm allowed to be married and be in love while also fighting the patriarchy, like, that's also, like, really powerful. Like,
That's
I
more
wouldn't
from
mess
the
with that.
show. She wasn't necessarily as like that in the books.
No, she wasn't. So that's why I'm saying in the show, I don't think it would have worked to change her story
I think it
because
would
they
have
made
still.
her that way in the show.
I think
Then
it still
again, I
would've.
guess if she was a same-sex couple, like, that's pushing the patriarchy
Yeah.
anyway.
Like, I mean, obviously, I know Marina in the books are her cousin. In the show, it's not, so it would've worked, but,
Mhm.
like, if the husband had died instead of Marina, and she went out to help with Marina and the kids, like, that would've been the perfect door opening for that kind of thing, you know what
I
I
know,
mean?
you're just really a stickler for not messing with things.
But
And
we'll see.
I am if it doesn't turn out right.
No, you
I'll
coulda
give
made a
it to
different
him.
show. You coulda made a whole new show.
This season is my favorite. It beat
Interesting.
Viscount. It beat
I
the
find
Viscount
that
Who Loves Me.
super interesting because at the end of the part 1, you were like, "This might be my least favorite."
Yeah, and I quickly ate my words because I was reassured on chemistry, and I was reassured on the actors really delivering the messages that were supposed to be delivered. I think they delivered 2 very powerful messages in this season, and I think that's why it's not my favorite. I think they did it well, and I think they timed it well. So, to address class differences and also to address the pressures of being a woman,
Mhm.
and I think that's a good time in society right now to address those things. So,
That's fair.
that's what
I
I'm
will watch it. Like, I am looking forward to watching it, but I'm just not ready, I don't think. I'm
I
very
think
much
you and
in my
I
true
are gonna
crime. If I watch TV right now, it's really only true crime.
I
Like,
think
I'm in a mood.
I think you and I are gonna battle it out once you watch. Like, I don't think that you're gonna be as satisfied as me
Mm,
because you're just you, and
yeah,
you and I are gonna battle it out.
yeah. Funny
Way.
about what you just said and the topic that I picked for today. Fun
Oh, I
fact.
love that. Okay, well, let's move on. We've really yapped about Bridgerton.
Wait, but I still haven't said what I wanted to say.
No, 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 I'm not I'm saying let's just move on from Bridgerton. I'm
Oh,
fine.
okay, okay, okay.
Just move on from Bridgerton.
So, I was excited. Yesterday, I posted my first review for, like, the influencer team that we do. So, that was very exciting for me. And it was
That
my
was
first
exciting.
fantasy arc, which was also exciting, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually think you would really like it. The magic system is different. One of my favorite parts of it was the characters very much get to how do I word this? The characters very much get to explore and work on their trauma, but still get to be portrayed as strong and capable and smart. Whereas I feel like in a lot of books, you are one or the other. You are dealing with your
Mm.
trauma, and when you're done dealing with it, then you get to do all of the warrior things. But like they
It's
very
funny, I
much
feel like Aelin was a good balance. I think Aelin was a good balance. I think there were times where she gave into the trauma, but overall, I think she was a good balance.
yes and no. I do think she let go a lot of trauma. If you read
Mm,
Assassin's Blade first, I think she let go a lot of past trauma, and the one that she held on to what was with Maeve.
mm.
You know what I mean? Like I do or like I think she let go of her previous life's trauma. Assassin's Blade and before her childhood whatever. But what we got to see her work through was when she went to whatever the hell the island was
Uh,
in Arrowfire.
it's not Skulls Bay, right? No, that sounds
No,
right.
where she met Rowan, whatever
Well,
that place
yeah, yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we got to see her living in her trauma then, and then when everything happened with me, but I feel like before she could be the king's assassin or whatever the hell, she had to give up the trauma with Sam, almost,
That's fair.
you know?
That's fair.
If you read
Yeah.
Assassin's Blade first. I feel like if you didn't, I don't honestly know how that played out for you. But
Yeah.
I do really like that. I mean, even Feyre. Feyre couldn't really do anything until she was mostly healed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they
fair.
portrayed her in her trauma at a very low state, and that's not how everybody is. Some people need to keep moving and keep figuring it out. So I really like that in this book that females and males, both sexes get to have trauma. They get to talk about what they want to talk about when they're ready. They don't have to talk about all of it. Like we barely touched the surface with some of it. And I finished
That's
the first book.
crazy.
Yeah. So
I'm glad
I really like it.
it went well. Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, like I said, I think you'd like it too. The magic system's really interesting. It's all you have to be more related to nature and earth in order to like use any of your magic, which I
Oh,
like.
see, that's cool. Yeah, I would like that a
Yeah.
lot. Okay. I am I think
It's called also Captive of the Wild Hunt. That's what the first one was called that I just finished by A. A. Gordon. Probably say that.
I think I'm entering back into possibly entertaining a fantasy soon.
One specifically, or you're just
No,
ready for that again?
I think I'm not gonna say I'm ready. I'm gonna say I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm on my last Abby Jimenez. Well, she has other books, but I'm on the last one from the like 3-book,
Universe. Yeah.
like, universe, and then I started with her newest, which has the 2nd book in that universe coming out soon, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
So I'm finishing Yours Truly right now. Well, I'm not finishing it. I'm only like 20% in, and I really like it. It's good. But her books are very emotionally heavy. Like she does a
Mhm.
very good job at delivering the message. And so I'm almost gassed out on like real life things and I'm almost ready for some fairies and some sex.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty over real life in general with my own personal life and the big picture of the world. Fantasy
Mhm.
is even though fantasy really does address a lot of
It
issues,
does.
they do it through fairies, so I can separate it.
Well, yeah, like I might get a scene that like really highlights a message about power and I don't know, like societal challenges
Mhm.
and that may mimic the real world, but then on the next page I get a velvety cock and I'm good, you know? Like it
Yeah, yeah,
balances
it
out.
evens itself out for sure. I'll take it.
So yeah, and then I mean, I've been flopping around reading Disney Adults by AJ Wolf for a while
Mhm.
now and Guided by Laura Lynn Jackson. I'm reading both of them are physical copies, so that's like why I'm a little slower. And also I'm just slower with books in that realm in general because
Mhm.
I like to take my time and I don't know, like they're not like those like the apparently I can't like talk today. More nonfiction.
Mhm.
Actually, they're both nonfiction. Nonfiction books, I just kind of come in and out of. Like, I'm not
That's why I'm
it's
good
like
with those being the audiobooks that I do.
and I think that I could have probably listened to Disney Adults on audiobook, but I'm such a
Mhm.
Disney fan that I like that I have a physical copy. And
Yeah.
then I like having physical copies of Laura Lynn Jackson's books for,
Mhm.
like, highlighting and annotating, like, her books, like, I actually haven't done it in this one yet, but I'm planning on, like, starting, like, as I continue to read.
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of in and out of those, and then I am listening to The Weight of Air. I don't know if I mentioned this on the last episode. It's a fictional story about the challenges and the journey of addiction,
Mhm.
and that was good. It actually pulled me in pretty quick. My problem is that I'm listening to it as on an audiobook, but I think I did mention this in the last episode, I think, that I'm much more gravitated to music most of the time.
Yeah.
I am listening to an audiobook. So, like today I went to the grocery store and it was like I can either listen to Nick Jonas's new solo album or I can listen to my book while I grocery shop. I'm going to listen to Nick Jonas's solo album.
Sober out. What did you just say?
Yeah, I didn't make English. I listened to
I
Nick Jonas's
didn't make
solo.
English also.
I'm not
Um,
making a lot. I'm not making a
it's
lot of
okay.
sense. I'm not
It's
making
okay.
a lot of clarity. I'm not
No, I
making a
get it.
lot
I
of
just
sense.
so infrequently get to call other people out on when they mess up speaking that I had to take the opportunity.
Most of the time make fun of myself and call myself out before
Yeah,
anybody can
that's how
get
I
to me.
am.
So yeah,
I
that's what
just finished Laura Lynn Jackson's book, Signs.
so good.
Really loved it. I actually messaged her on Instagram because I couldn't find an email to see if she wanted to come on the podcast.
So actually,
You miss
I
the shots you
was
don't take, you know?
so I was just thinking about that the other day, actually. I was like, "You know what? We should shoot our shot and we should send her a message
Already
and
tried.
see."
Already tried.
Like, there's no way for you to, like, contact her? Like, there's no
So the only thing I could find on her website is, like, if I wanted to book something,
mm.
like a set like a reading, you know what I mean? And that's not
See,
necessarily what
I
I'm trying
would've
to do. Well, she's also not taking new clients, so
she's never taking new clients.
I know, but that means, like,
I
every time I hit book, it said, like, "No new clients."
I don't think that she's gonna ever have space for clients again. Like, I
I'm sure. I'm
yeah,
sure.
no.
But
She's set for life.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? Like you said, you miss all the shots you don't take, so might as well.
I haven't given up on Alex Warren yet either. He's just been a busy boy. Like, he had a tour and now he has another tour, so
I
I haven't shot that in a while.
God bless. Okay, well, if you don't have any other updates, this is
So
gonna be chaotic.
alright, you go. What we're doing today is we each brought our own topic because we thought that would be a really good idea.
Yeah, we thought it would be fun to bring our own topic, have our own almost like mini episode. So here's the thing, okay?
Mhm.
I had a topic in mind and then it was way too similar to when we did our episode of our 5-star books, because the topic
Okay.
was books that changed the way I viewed the world. And I was
Okay.
like, that's way too similar to like the 5-star book episode, because I feel like that was like basically the conversation we had on that episode of like what
Yeah.
makes a 5-star book and like yada yada yada. I have a bunch of different ideas of things to talk about, and we're just gonna find out which one sounds the most interesting. I just might go down the list, you know? The first statement that I wrote down is I started 5 books this week and finished none. And I
I
wrote
love
that
that.
down because I feel like that there needs to be a conversation about the people who have 5 to 10 books open on their Goodreads at one time.
Well, here's the thing, Becca, is there are conversations about them. They're called mood readers, and you just don't wanna say that you're a mood reader. There are lots of
No,
conversations about them.
I've said at
No,
least
recently
twice.
you have come out and said it.
I have admitted that I am Rebecca and I am a mood reader. And
Yeah, no, you have recently. You used to deny it so strongly, though.
I did, because for a long time I was not a mood reader, and then something happened to me.
No, to me, if you have 5 books open at a time and you're like, I feel like reading this one now," that's based on your mood, what you're feeling in the moment.
I know, and I didn't used to be that way, and then it out of nowhere I used to be a girly. Like, I never used to open, like, multiple the most I would do is, like, I would have a physical book I was reading with my eyeballs, and then I might have an audiobook. But, like, that was, like,
Gotcha.
really it. Like, or I would have, like, a Kindle book and a physical book. Like, that's the most. I don't
Mhm.
know where this, like, pattern of, like, I'm gonna have, like, 10,000,000 books open at once, and it's driving me nuts because I never feel, like, complete on my Goodreads because I always have something fucking open. Or,
Yeah.
like, if I have something open for too long, it'll be like, I finished it last month, but really I started it 6 months ago because
Yeah.
it's just been sitting there, so it really didn't take me that long to read it. It just, like,
Mhm.
on Goodreads it did.
Yeah.
So, yes, fine, mood reading. That's what it is. I had mood reading on the list of things that I wanted to discuss anyway, so we'll just, like, cross them both off, and I don't know, what do you not identify yourself as a mood reader?
No.
What do you identify yourself as?
I don't know. I don't really know other than mood reading what other readers are, but, like, I have 1 book and only recently 1 audiobook at a time.
I would say
I
you're
read
a structured reader.
Yes, like, I do have a TBR, but I don't necessarily, like, go down the list of them either, you know?
Yeah, but you're structured enough to, like, not flop around to 10,000,000 different things. Or, like,
Yeah, like
I feel like if you say, like, "Okay, next I'm gonna read this book,"
mhm,
99% of the time, you're gonna read that book. When I say, "Oh, I'm reading this right now, and then I think next I'm gonna read this," 99% of the time, that ain't the fucking book I'm picking up.
true, that's true. Usually, unless, like, an arc pops up or, I don't know, Avatar 6 is magically released tomorrow, like, I would drop everything for that, you know what I mean?
I'm not even commenting on that.
No, I'm just saying that would be the only way that, like, I'd really, like if I said, "Tomorrow
No,
I'm starting this book."
I'm just saying I would go down a path of a tangent if I talk about ACOTAR
Oh,
6.
well, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say something and now I forget.
Oh,
That's sad.
you take your meds?
No,
There
I
you
can't
go.
remember shit even when I take my meds. So, anyway, the next bullet point on my list of topics that are bookish to discuss. So, I didn't just pick one topic, I just picked a bunch of different
Oh, I
statements and
picked
just
1.
fun things to chat about. You did it right. This is called I came up with the idea for tonight's episode. I, in fact, got distracted and went grocery shopping and then came home and didn't have enough time to actually sit down and do what was my idea in the first place. So
Mhm.
now I just have this list.
I know, when you sent that idea, I was like, "Alright, let me put the book down for" because I was reading. I was like, "I'll put the book down, I'll get this out."
I put the book down and said, "Grocery store." But,
I
like,
did
I
that
had to go to
earlier.
the fucking grocery store.
No,
Like,
I
I
did
had to
that
go.
earlier.
So, okay, the next one is the audacity of my TBR pile. I wanna know somebody out there who's not embarrassed by their TBR pile.
Not even that, people who motherfucker, who genuinely
Favorite is just, like, cheddar versus motherfucker.
the people who genuinely get books off, so their pile gets shorter. I take
Yeah.
a book off, I put a new book on.
I'm I'm taking a book off and I'm putting 5 on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm almost done with my physical TBR," and I'm like, "How? How are you almost done with that?
I don't
How's that even
understand.
physically possible?" I don't know, we're doing something wrong, but that's a good
I
one.
think so. Yeah, like, it just continue and this is the problem. The audacity of it as well is, like, one will sit there for, like, ever. Like, I'll put a
Mhm,
book on there or a couple and, like, it'll sit there forever, and then one day I just, like, wake up and I'm like, "I'm gonna go through my TBR pile," and I delete it. That motherfucker's been sitting there for, like, 3 years.
mhm.
And I'm like, "Well, that's embarrassing," and that how dare my TBR pile.
Also, with books like that, like Love Letters from a Serial Killer, I've been dying to read it. It's been on my TBR for a year because I'm always like, "Well, I'll have to pay for it." So, like, I'll wait, and then I'll get sucked into other things, then I'll pay for other books, and then I'm just like, I'll get there eventually." Like, I still want to read it. I actually just downloaded it.
The book that has been on my TBR for a long time now and that I avidly think about is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I don't know how many times I've told people I'm gonna read that book. And Molly got it for me a good couple years ago. Like, it was like a
Yeah.
gift in like I think it's been like 2 years. Like, it was in
Well,
like
it's
you're feeling like I was like either sick or like something had happened and she like brought me like a gift basket or whatever. Molly's a friend of mine since forever ago. I don't
she's
think she's
explaining
I
that to
don't
you guys, not me, because I
Yeah,
already know that.
yeah, Cassie knows
I'm
who
well
Molly
aware.
is. Molly's my best friend from, like, middle school. Yeah, we didn't know each other in
Middle
elementary
school.
school. No, we didn't know each other in elementary school. Best friend that I had met in elementary school, she's long gone. I don't talk to her
Oh,
anymore. Molly's my longest standing friend.
gotcha.
So, shout out Molly. Go girl.
Well, this is kind of the story with ACOTAR. It was on my list for a really long time. I was like, "I'll get there, I'll get there, I'll get there," like, at least a year, and now look at me. It's all that I have left of my personality. That's it. It's on my TBR forever.
I think that the TBR pile situation is gonna be a situation for the rest of my life because authors just have the audacity to keep publishing books.
Yeah,
So,
how dare you?
I get distracted
You know what I have actual anxiety over now? Is, like,
that there's
I'm
so
gonna
many books in
die.
the world and they're like, you're
Yeah,
not ever gonna read
I'm gonna die before I can
close
read every
to.
book I wanna read. That gives
Yeah.
me actual anxiety because now I'm like, when I get in that mood, like that mindset, I'm like, "All right, well, which ones are the most important ones right now then that I get to? Because what if I die tomorrow?" You know what I mean? Like, I can't. It gives me
See, and
anxiety.
that's a great path to go down. Like, that's also something I think about, like, okay, like, if I died tomorrow and somebody got a hold of my Kindle and I was, like, avidly reading a book, like, what's the last book I want someone to find that I was reading on my Kindle?
I don't care about that. You can find whatever you want on my Kindle. Like, people who are like, "I'm gonna need my best friend to delete on my Kindle." I literally don't give a shit. I tell
I'm
people the
not
kind of
saying
stuff I read.
that. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm
Oh,
just saying,
oh,
like,
oh.
do I wanna go out, with, like, the reputation of, like, she was reading a self-help book, she was helping herself, or do I wanna go out, like, people going into my Kindle and being like, "Man, she was reading about some cock." Like,
I want people to be like, "She read to make herself happy," and I love that for her.
you know what? That's it. That's what your tombstone's gonna say. She read to
Yeah.
make herself happy.
No, I'm not getting buried, but if I did.
I'm gonna write it on your urn.
Okay. Did you know also, this is such a side note, I send it to Andrew, but Spotify and Liquid Death, the water brand, created
Mhm.
an urn that plays music now.
Wait, that's cool.
I know.
Wait, did
It
Andrew
plays your
ask for
Spotify Wrapped. I sent it to Andrew, he goes, "I needed that yesterday," and I'm like, "Well,
Oh
you're
my
still
god.
alive, so you didn't."
Yeah, okay, Andrew. We're not dying tomorrow. Great, love the path that went down. I can cross
I
that one
know.
off my list.
Like this, your theme is bookish topics we don't have enough to do a whole episode for.
Great, thank
That's
you
the
for making a
overall
topic.
theme. You're welcome, because I needed it. I've been racking my brain.
Great, gold star for you. My next topic is books I swore I'd read and still haven't, which is kind of around the same, but, like,
What's your biggest that you've sworn you'll read and you still haven't gotten to? Like, where people are like, "Damn, you still haven't read that?"
Quicksilver.
Same, I would say, honestly.
Quicksilver.
I might be the same.
Yeah, and I think I've just put it off for a really long time because I know how hefty of a book it is. Like, it's, like, a good 600 something
It
pages.
CC thick, like
Which yeah, and that's
THIC.
my thing, like, I just, like and I know that there's, like, the second one out now, and I know if I read it and I like it, I'm gonna wanna read the next one. See, that's the book that I'm considering getting into. Like, I'm almost
Okay.
ready for something like that.
I mean, you could do the last one. It was on your 26 for 26, but it's okay.
It was not, in fact, on my 26 for 26. You put it on my 26 for 26.
But what I'm hearing is
Um,
it's still on there.
it sounds like that I need to, edit the post that was made, or I need to repost my 26 for 26 list so everyone's clear that the last one and To Kill a Mockingbird were not on that list, and I tried to make you a deal last time that we had this episode that I would
No, it
read
was a shitty deal.
Not To Kill a Mockingbird. I've already read To Kill a Mockingbird. I've already read that damn book. I don't wanna read it again. I don't need to read that book again because number 1, I already read it in high school, and number 2, I know that it's important to treat other people the way you wanna be treated regardless of their
Mhm.
identity or their race. So, I
Fine,
don't
then
need to read it.
I'll accept the plea deal, the bargain of that you will read the last one and
Great,
not
and
To
then
Kill a Mockingbird.
The Secret Life of Addie LaRue that I was originally gonna list on my 26 for 26 is gonna take the spot of To Kill a Mockingbird, so I have in fact read another book on my list.
Okay, fair.
I'm
That's
glad you
the
took the
thing.
deal, thank you.
You're welcome, but now fucking read it.
So maybe I'll give that one a try before Quicksilver.
Mhm.
I still also need to read Lights
It's
Out, but
shorter.
if I'm being honest, I don't really want to.
Dude, we talked about that so long ago. If it's something we're serious about, we could just repick. Like,
We did talk about that
I'd have to
so
flip
long.
through
You
this
know
to
what?
find.
No. So I'll read the last one. Like that's like because it was on the list, it just like the wheel didn't pick it.
Right.
Honestly, rather read that than Lights Out. So
Yeah.
because you liked Lights Out, but it wasn't like you were like, oh my god,
I
you
just
have
didn't
to
get
read
the
this book
hype,
right now.
yeah. Like, I enjoyed it, I just didn't get the hype for it. It gets a lot.
Mm, that's fair.
Mhm.
Okay, here's a good one. What your favorite genre says about you.
Do you have a list, or is it up for discussion?
No, it's up for discussion.
Okay.
But I'm saying the genres that I would like think about avidly in my mind are fantasy, thriller, and probably romance. I feel like those are like the 3 big books. So I think that it's
Uh-huh.
up for discussion. So let's hear it.
I was trying to think of what my favorite would be, and I don't think I have it. I think I'm just in it for a good book. I'll read any genre, though,
Oh, I guess
because I was like,
nonfiction.
"Let me pick my favorite genre, and then I'll base that on my," you know what I mean? Like, that'll be the one I describe first, but I don't think I have a favorite.
I don't maybe we like change it from what your favorite genre says about you to just like what your book genre says about you. Like what fantasy readers, what's their stereotype? Thriller readers stereotype. Like if you're in your phase of
I
fantasy as
guess,
your top
like,
genre.
fantasy as top genre, like, are witches, like, they do tarot cards and light candles and sage because that's me, so and you. So
Yeah, but I imagine there are people out there who read fantasy that are not witchy.
yes. But you're never gonna fit every reader into a category. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that if you're
Like, when I think of fantasy, I think of witchy people.
think of creatives.
Okay, that's fair because I think of creatives as witchy also, so they're all
Yeah,
just
like
together in my
I
mind.
think that if your favorite genre is fantasy, you're probably some type of creative in some
That's
way.
fair.
Like you're more right-brained.
Mhm. That's so fair.
Thrillers are a glutton or thriller readers are a glutton for punishment. They're basically committing to reading an entire book where the ending's gonna be like,
Everybody's
"Holy
dead.
crap, everybody's dead," or "This person did it and you had no idea." Like, they're just glutton for punishment.
Mhm.
And romance
Yeah.
readers,
They're
they're
very
just lonely and
naive. Does
sad.
that mean? It's pushing it because I really like a good romance.
I also like a good romance, and I'm lonely and sad.
I'm just like a hopeless romantic, like, I love romance,
Yeah, I
but, like,
think actually that's
I'm
probably a better
sad, but I'm not lonely.
I think that that's probably better. Like, romance readers are like your hopeless romantics.
And your favorite
Like,
color's pink, and you like lace. That's
I
kind of like
my
what I
favorite color is pink, I don't like lace.
my favorite color is pink, and I do like lace, so maybe that's why I said that.
Yeah. So, summary, fantasy, if that's your favorite genre, you're probably in, like, a creative phase of your life.
Mhm.
Thriller is you're just, like, looking to ruin your own life.
Like a crime junkie, if I had to guess.
Yeah, like, the
Same.
weird stuff. And then romance readers are just the hopeless romantics, whether you're sad or
Mhm.
lonely or you just love love. And
I just love
then
love.
specifically the romantasy readers, those people, they're just horny.
That's probably fair.
Can't say I haven't fallen into that category.
Yeah, I love a good romance.
This is great. So I specifically put this on the list for our friend Grace, reading spoilers on purpose.
Hate it,
I do too. I think
hate it.
it's
I
rude.
judge you. I judge you. I love you, Grace, but I judge you.
Yeah, I just, like, don't understand the purpose of Googling and then reading what happens
Read it.
and then having to, like, read the entire book anyway.
Yeah, just Google the books then, and don't read.
But some people will probably be like, "It's not about the end, it's about the journey."
Yeah, a book's kind of about the end. It's a fucking book.
Yeah, like, when you
Life's
think of
not about the end,
when you
but
think of
a
a
book
book
is.
Yeah, when you think of a book, you think of 2 famous lines. Can you guess what they are?
Once Upon a Time and the end.
Correct? Correct. Wait, wow, nicely done. That was our game, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, I have a good game actually.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be like a whole in-depth conversation. I just needed to put it on there, and we needed to make our statement clear that reading spoilers on purpose is a sin.
I judge hardcore.
Yeah, I judge too. I think it's rude. Um, okay, I have 2 other points on my list here. We can hit them quickly. Well, one of them actually would probably be like a good like entire episode, but that's like it would take a lot of work. So, I'll end on that one. Second to last, reading spicy scenes in public.
Won't do it.
Wait, really?
Bitch, I don't even let Andrew read the spicy scenes I'm reading. I don't even
I
let him know.
I sat in the lobby of my graduate school building listening to the gym scene between Bryce and Hunt Athalar as peers
Mm.
and classmates walked by me.
I can only imagine my face gets really red and I start to get flustered and I'm like, people are know what
So
I'm reading.
I giggle.
Do you?
And
Like out loud.
yes. Like if I'm like listening and like something's like pretty like hot or sexy,
Mm-mm.
like I'll go like this. Like
No.
so
No, I won't do it.
what's really embarrassing is if I catch myself like biting my lip while I'm like listening to a scene, that's really embarrassing.
No, and the
Do
people
this.
who do spicy books on audio and play them in their cars as they're driving, that's a whole other beast. How do you do
That's
that?
that's me.
I did it so I just started audiobooks in January, it's my New Year's resolution. I tried one book that had spice in it, instantly I'm turning it all the way down so nobody else can hear in the world, and I'm like, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not cut out to listening
Oh,
to smut.
no.
I'm not.
I'm, like, cranking that shit up. I'm
No
hoping
way.
people hear it when I'm sitting at a stoplight,
No
like,
way.
I love it because 'cause I'm just fully submerged in the scene, in the
No.
confines of the 4 walls of my car.
No. My mom listens to our podcast, and one time I mean, not one time, we've talked about smut, like, a lot, but we did a whole episode on smut, and the next time I saw her, she goes, "I didn't realize you like to read so much smut," and I was like, "Mm, I don't. I let's pretend you didn't hear anything I said, actually,
Killing it.
so I don't want other people to know, as I talk about it on a podcast every week."
Yeah, seriously. Like, what?
Cassie
Anyway,
2 years ago could have never, though.
you know what? You're not
I know, that's growth.
you've come a long way.
I know.
Last one, which again could be a whole topic within itself. Self-help books.
Maybe we should save that one because I think that's
I'm
a good
gonna
topic.
I'm gonna save that one. I'm just gonna, like, explain what I mean and why I put that one on the list.
Mhm.
There's a difference between a self-help book and a self-help book.
Let them fuck off.
Let Them is a self-help book.
Mhm,
There's a difference between a book that raises and grows our knowledge in emotional intelligence
mhm.
and coping skills and strategies from a book that encourages us to fantasize what a boundary is. And I
Yep,
think that would be a great episode. So
I
I'll
think that
leave
would
it
be
at
a good one. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
because I'm very passionate about it.
Okay, so my topic is I did not go down the route you went.
Yeah, I just honestly, mine was just chaotic. Like, look at that. It's just a
Yeah.
chaotic mess.
No, mine's very organized. I don't wanna
All
show
right,
you because I don't want you to see it yet. But it is Bookish hills that I will die on.
I like this.
Yeah. Let me see the best order to read these in. Okay, so one that we've talked about a few times that I believe is books are always better than the movies or the shows. Always. I don't care. You can argue with me, you'll be wrong. I will die there. They're always better.
Yes,
Except Hunger Games because I hate Suzanne Collins' writing.
her writing made the movie. Like, there would be no story without her
But it's
writing.
how I am with Jodi Picoult. I really like her stories. I can't stand her writing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I think I would agree with you. Like, I think that the authentic original story
Mhm.
is always better. I think that when movies or shows start to veer from the original plot line, then it becomes a whole nother form of art. And then I can't
Yeah.
compare anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's where like Bridgerton's going for me is like
Well,
we're so far off in left field. Like, we're
mhm.
keeping things true to the stories, but because like of the way in which the show is structured. Like, it's
Mhm.
nothing like the books. And so now they're two completely different creative entities for me.
No, see, that's the issue is I will still judge them against each other. However different they get, if you get too different, then you should have just done another project. Don't keep calling it the book's name, you know what I mean? Whatever, I'm a
Hmm.
purist, I get it, it's fine. I just feel
Anyway,
too much gets left
next.
out when it's put into a screen. Too much get
Well,
you lose
yeah.
a lot.
Well, I think you lose a lot of content, but also I think what happens when we take books and we make movie and show adaptations is it shatters the reader's world that we've built of that story. And
Mhm,
so there is truly, in my opinion, as a creative, there is truly nothing more powerful than our own imagination. The
mhm.
way that I experience a book is not going to be the same way you experience a book. And that's what makes books really cool.
Yeah,
There there's still, like, something to be said about shows as well. Like, you're not gonna experience a show or a movie the same way that I do, and, like, you're not gonna pull the same messages that I do. But with reading, there's complete other than, like, the story being told for you, there's complete creative freedom in how you develop those characters, how you imagine the characters, what the world looks like to you. Like, you have complete creative freedom, which
yeah,
when you watch a movie or a show, it takes creative freedom away from you.
yeah,
So I agree.
yeah. Next one, just read what makes you happy. I think this I've
Mm.
just been set into, like, a downward spiral since seeing that TikTok. Be like, "All you book talk bitches," and blah, 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 and calling people, like, anti-intellectualism, and I don't know. Who the fuck cares? You're reading. Like, most Americans don't read,
You're reading
you
words.
know? You're reading. Who cares what you're reading? I don't
You're
know.
doing you're doing something that brings you joy.
And I've always felt that way, like, I don't know if my sister would be happy that I'm saying the story out loud, but I'm gonna say it anyway. She was in, like, 7th grade when Series of Unfortunate Events started coming out, and she was reading them, and she had gotten picked on in elementary school, and then there was this one new teacher, and they were all doing drop everything and read time, and she pulled out a Series of Unfortunate Events book, and the teacher made such a big stink in front of everybody about how that book is for little kids and she had no business reading that, and she should be more mature than that, and, like, went on this tangent in front of the whole class, and like I said, she had already been getting picked on, and then this, like, opened a whole can of worms, and my mom it's a whole thing. That teacher didn't work there for very long. I just so, like, from a young age, I've just had this, like, disgust of, like, you're just read. Who cares what you're reading? You wanna read self-help? Read self-help. I'm not gonna, but you can. You know what I mean? Like, I still love Harry Potter. I reread Series of Unfortunate Events a few years ago. Like, I don't judge people. You're reading. Who cares? I don't know. I don't like that.
I think that the greater message of hills I would die on, and this is just a life hill I would die on, is just do what makes you happy
Yeah,
and
and,
don't
worry about your
bother anyone
fucking
else.
self. Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
lot
like
to
if
hate in this world, and you're gonna hate on what people are reading. Like, hate Epstein, hate ICE, hate genocide. You're really gonna make a whole ass stink about what people are reading? Read what you
Mhm.
want. I don't get it.
Retweet.
Yeah.
Retweet.
So, I just
That's a
had to
good
throw
one.
that one in there because that one's really just been stuck in my brain since that video.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna save this one for last. So, moving on. Intense world building is great. I love it. I know you don't. I think it makes the book better. I think it makes creating your world in your head better. But like you said, depends on the type of creative person you are. Some people want more creative freedom with theirs. I want to know details. I want to be so engulfed in the world that I don't have to make anything up because you've already told me everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So like you said, I think that just depends on the reader, but I argue that it's better to have more world building than less. I don't wanna be confused and not know information I need later. So the more world see, I hate
Mhm.
this.
You're having a hard time tonight.
More world building, the better for me.
But at what point does it exhaust itself for you? Like, at what point is
I
too much?
I've never read a book that has too much world building. I've
Oh,
never experienced
jeez.
that. Yeah, I don't really know what people mean when they say that.
I think that it's just, like I think that the intricacies of, like I'll use House of Flame, or not House of Flame and Shadow. I'll use the Crescent City series as a whole as an example.
Mhm.
I was thinking Crescent City, and then I just started saying House of Flame and Shadow because that's just what came out. and we were talking about it earlier, but I'll use Crescent City as an example. I think that some of the really intense descriptions and world building surrounding the structure of the government is really unnecessary. I just need to know that there's a government, and I need to know that there are corrupt people in it, and what they're doing wrong and what their like end goal is, and that's it. Like, I don't need to
Mhm.
know all of the details and intricacies of how it was formed, who started it, and who had to die to make, so and so's fourth cousin step up into the, seat of the noble. And then, you know what, you see where I'm going? Like, it just gets to a
Get
point where it's just
why
too
a
too
reader
many.
wouldn't like that. I get why a reader wouldn't like that. I like it. I like knowing how high the corruption starts. Like if we're doing Crescent City specifically, how high up in the government you are when the corruption starts. I like knowing how these people got into power, especially because most of them are immortal. So how long have they been in power? Has it been since they started? Things like that. Like I do like knowing all of the intricacies.
Okay. I'm sure there are
Yeah.
people out I'm sure there are so many people out there like you, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there like me.
Yeah. Like you said, I do think it depends on the reader you are, but that
Well,
will be one I
also,
don't.
for someone with ADHD, I get bored with that real easily. Like, okay, what's the fucking point? Like, let's
We
get to
have
it. Like, I
such
get it.
different ADHDs. My ADHD needs to focus on little details so that it doesn't run away with my own thoughts.
No, mine is like, let's pick up the pace. Let's move at the pace that my brain's moving. Like, this is too much.
No, so the book I was talking about at the beginning, they haven't even kissed yet, and I finished the whole book. It's that slow of a burn. Like, I love
Abs
that kinda shit.
Next.
Um, okay, 2 more. Ice hockey romances are superior to regular romances. At
Okay,
least
next.
sports world.
Yeah, let's be more specific. Like, you're saying
Yeah,
ice hockey romance in sports romance is elite. I think
yeah,
there are other romance, not genres, other categories
tropes.
of romance
Mhm.
that, yeah, no, not even tropes, like just other sport. Well, I don't know. I understand what you're saying. Continue.
Ice hockey romances above all sports romances. They have a chokehold on me, I don't really know what it is, but it's
I
there.
mean, hockey players like are very like aggressive, so you must really like an aggressive man.
And they're big, and they're protective, and I like those are, like, 3 things that I like, I
Well,
think.
it's like it's so funny because you married the complete opposite of a big hunky
I mean, Andrew's
hockey
big, I
player.
he's half a foot taller than me, so that's
Yeah,
pretty
but
big.
when you look at Andrew, you don't think like, "Meh."
No, but he is very protective, and he is bigger than me, so, like, those things I do, but, like, when I'm reading these ice hockey romances, I do picture Andrew.
I don't think that there's been a romance where I've pictured like anybody similar to Dylan.
Really.
No,
All my favorite romances have men I can picture as Andrew.
that's actually really funny. That's a nice
Yeah.
little side. That's a little funny side comment. Like, who do you like picture when you're like reading books, like, and you
Mhm.
hear script? Like, I should have put that on my list of things to talk about. But like, I'm such a visual person, and it's so funny because the one thing I have a really hard time doing is like visualizing characters.
I just
Like,
pick well, that's
I just
why I
don't
think I pick
care.
Andrew. I pick Andrew, or I pick people I know, or I pick actors or characters, you know what I mean? Because
Like
I
Edna
can't just
mode,
Edna mode, that's a big one. Yeah.
the doorknob from
Danny
Alice in
Phantom.
Wonderland.
Danny
Oh my
Phantom,
god.
the doorknob. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, that's what I do. I put in things I'm already familiar with.
that's fair. Okay,
Yeah. And
next.
then my last one, I don't think you'll disagree, but I don't know if you feel as passionately about me, and it's a hot take. It's an unpopular opinion. Fuck Lorcan. I don't care what he did. I hate him. I don't care.
Wait, that's not where I thought you were gonna go.
Everybody's like,
All the
"What did
all these
Lorcan do?"
other
I mean,
ones have been very, like, general bookish, and this one is like,
yeah,
"Fuck
no.
Lorcan."
I really hate when I see posts that are like, "I need to know what Lorcan did." Like, "He lied is so lucky. What did Lorcan do?" Who the fuck cares?
I'm
He is a
first of all, I'm
horrible
still
person.
cracking up at, like, how awfully you're pronouncing these names.
Who did I say wrong?
Lorcan
Elide and
and
Lorcan?
it's not Allied.
Elide.
I don't think it's Elide either. It's been so long since I've listened to the book now, I can't remember the pronunciation of it, but I know it's not
Whatever
that,
the
and
fuck their names are,
it's
Elide,
Lorcan, not Lorcan.
you can do better, Elide, and Lorcan can literally fuck off.
People just don't like closed doors, like, they just wanna know
I don't
sexually
ca
what
that
he
door
did.
could have been wide open, and I still wouldn't care. I hate
Yeah.
him.
I didn't like him.
He fucked up so much shit in that book. No. I don't need to know. I would've been fine if she left him to die on the battlefield. Fuck him. I don't care. I hated him from, like, the second he was introduced. And it bothers me that one of the biggest takeaways from that series for people is him, because he doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
So he can
I
bye-bye.
don't disagree with you. I just don't feel as passionately about it.
It's like one that I see a post and I comment every time. I don't care what he did. Every time. Unpopular opinion, I don't care. Maybe nicer than that, but
Mm.
yeah, I'm not a fan.
I love that you saved that one for last.
Yeah. I knew you weren't, like, his biggest fan, but I didn't know how you'd feel about it, but I hate him.
Well, I'll hit you with, like, a very quick, like, some hills that I would die on, very fast. We
Okay.
don't have to, like, just we don't have to go into depth. Number 1 hill I would die on is DNF is valid,
Okay.
which you've come so far with DNF.
I have DNF, like, 2 books
I
now,
know,
maybe
it's
3.
crazy. I mean, that's, like, crazy because you were always somebody that was like, "I'm never gonna DNF a book."
Yep.
So yeah, DNF is valid. Physical books are sacred, and what I mean by that is that it is not acceptable to ruin a book, and I think we all probably have different definitions of what ruining a book is, but, like, we're not out here like, there's a way to annotate, there's a way to dog ear, there's a way to, like, maybe crack the spine, but, like, these people who, like, go buy books from the store and then you see the videos where they're like, of the
Yeah.
spine
I don't know
to
how
break
people
it
do that.
in. Books are sacred. Audiobooks are reading. I'm just gonna make that statement.
Yes.
I think that consuming a story with your ears is just as powerful as consuming a story with your eyes.
Look, our ancestors didn't memorize hundreds of hours of legacies and folk tales to pass down to generations for us to say audiobooks don't count,
Yeah, correct.
you know?
And I think those are just I think actually you would agree with me on this one, which like I understand that I always haven't followed this, but like I will stand with the don't yuck someone else's yum.
Mhm.
I may yuck your yum, but I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't like it.
Look,
I'm just going to tell you that I think it's yucky.
yeah,
I'm not going to sit there and try and convince you why it's yucky. If you think it's yummy, then great for you. But I
yeah.
think it's yucky. I just need to state that. I don't need to state it to
Mhm.
I'm not out here trying to convince anyone. Like, listen, if you are somebody who passionately believes that Assassin's Blade is read third, like it was written, I think that's yucky. But if you think that's yummy, then eat up.
Yeah, that was one I didn't expect you to go with. I was gonna say, like, Reasons to Stay Alive, like, I think that book is trash. But if you
Well,
found a
listen.
reason to stay alive and you enjoyed it, like, that's what m I'm happy for you. I don't get it, but I am happy for you.
Yeah, like I'm not out here giving a book review of a book that I thought was trash and then saying, don't read it.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
saying
don't judge you.
I read it and it's not I don't think it's good. But
Mhm.
you go out and read it, and then you call me with your opinion and let's talk.
Yeah, and I don't judge you for liking it m more than me. I judge myself a little bit, honestly, because I'm like, maybe I missed some like, I'm the problem. If you go back to the episode I read one-star reviews of my 5 stars, I genuinely think I'm the problem when I do this because I'm like, all these other people really like this book. Alright,
Actually, I've never that I should like look into one-star reviews of my like
well,
five-star books at some point.
here's a fun game for you. It's kind of
Ooh,
that. I'm going
okay.
to read a one-star review of a book that we liked, and you're gonna have to tell me what the book is based
Oh,
on
I
the
like
one-star
that. Okay.
review. Okay, can you see it in my glasses?
No, I
No,
can't.
right? Okay. Okay.
Cassandra.
I hated this book. The women are all tired, cliched stereotypes that often veer into misogyny. For example, I'm gonna blank any character names or anything.
Okay.
Blank's aunt is described the first time you meet her as an ugly old face pressed to a window, and it only gets worse after that because, of course, she's fat. Her grotesque, a word actually used in the book, appearance is apparently a mirror of her evil personality. How creative. The author takes that approach over and over again. Young, naturally beautiful women like Blank and Blank's wife are worthy of interest, while the female characters Blank can't find attractive because they're ugly, old, large, fat, fake, stupid, are only worthy of his disdain. Beyond that, the prose was tough to get through, and don't even get me started in the diary sections, which portray Blank as a woman who either sits in a coffee shop for hours on end, has sex with her husband, or paints him as Jesus. No, I'm not kidding. The chapters where she couldn't speak were almost a relief. Overall, the author just
Mm,
seemed more invested in getting to the clever twist ending than in writing a full-bodied story with women who seem like, actual people.
The Silent Patient.
It was. That last paragraph really kinda gave it away.
I was really struggling. I was like, "I don't know what book this is," and then
Yeah.
as soon as I heard, like,
Where she
something
could
about
speak.
not speaking, yeah, I was like, "Silent Patient." Interesting, okay.
I know I thought about not reading that, but I was like, there really is no other way to know what this book is.
No, that's fair. Alright, next one.
Alright, here's one no, I'm not gonna give you that hint, actually. Shut up, Cassie.
Are these all books I've read as well?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to find ones that aren't, like, super duper long. Well, that wouldn't be it because that one was long as hell. Might as well have just read the book again. Okay, here we go. I've had this book recommended to me several times over the years. I don't know why. Not only is this book completely terrible, but is also not the sort of thing I would normally read. I did, however, approach this book with an open mind. I expected to like it, but not love it. What I didn't expect was to hate it so passionately. There are just too many things wrong with it. In all honesty, I do not understand the success this book has achieved. For me, it's complete rubbish, far too unrealistic. I find it impossible to accept this world. It wasn't because it was a nasty place, but because it wasn't believable. I'm gonna take out, the name of a place here. The blank puts on the blank, and it's gonna give it away, and sacrifices countless children in the process. I mean, what? Children. Why would they do this? If I was in charge, I would have developed a much more effective system. I'd have fixed it so the leaders of each district were sacrificed each year.
Uh,
I gave it away. I was trying to
yeah,
blank out all the words, but district got me. What was it?
Hunger Games.
Yeah. Here's another one. This one might have some interesting five-star reviews. I'm trying not to
Oh,
do all, like,
you mean 1 star?
1 star. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a long one. Hold on. Nope.
Du,
Give it away.
du,
Okay.
du.
I'm gonna skip the first part of it because it's gonna give it away. We can go back if you need more, though.
Okay.
Everything about this was mediocre, subpar, and juvenile. It got worse as I continued to read. This ain't a dark romance. It just has dark elements in it. It was surface level and hardly anything was explored. Let me correct myself. Nothing was explored. All action, no development. The characters had no backstory. I disagree with that. Which was my main issue. I despise it when authors leave out something so vital. The writing conveyed nothing. And do not even get me started on the romance. This was child's play at best. I want to rip this book a new one, but I'm gonna behave and do the mature thing and move on. This was not for me. Do you need the beginning?
Yeah.
This was all hype, no substance, and to think I enjoyed a portion of it. I thought it had potential. I thought the story was going somewhere. I was falling for a stalker.
Oh, I was gonna say Haunting Adeline.
Mhm.
I should have said it. I should have had confidence in myself.
I do think they had a backstory, though, so I didn't necessarily agree with that part. Alright, now one more.
Not really.
You don't think so?
Not
It's been
really.
so long since I read it. I remember she
Yeah,
was an
not
author and, like, maybe her more than him, I guess.
I mean, yeah, like, there's, like, little bits, but, like, nothing it's very much centered around the fact that he stalks her.
Yeah. Alright, this'll be the last one. It's hard because a lot of our friends have read this one, so getting down to the reviews takes a minute. Another bookish hill I'm gonna die on is your review doesn't have to be the same length as a book. It's okay to leave some things out.
That's a really great hill to die on.
Like, damn.
Yeah, people who write multiple paragraphs for their reviews, like, I just am like, "Do you really feel that strongly and you really think other people are gonna sit there and read your review?" Which I'm sure that they do. It's not
Yeah,
me, though.
it's not me. And I write reviews for ARCs, and I still don't write them as long as people write here. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one, but I'm gonna skip around because there's a lot of spoilers in it. Not spoiler like, things that would spoil for you. Okay. If I had $1,000,000 for every cliché this book, of which there are a multitude, I'd still regret spending $20 on all 498 pages. Damn. Okay. Let's start
Wow.
with the world building. This book had two things I love dearly. I'm not going to say what it is. However, the author explains almost every element of the world so poorly and sporadically that the entire story feels as though it were concocted page by page. The hierarchy of this world is so unnecessarily confusing. The whole war going on along the border is so vague. It was obvious from the start that some twist was going to reveal who the good guys and the bad guys were all along. The author's primary method of exposition is dropping pieces of information into conversations that feel forced and completely unnatural. No one talks like that. No one shares information like that. Do you need me to keep going?
Crescent City? What is it?
There's more to this review. Do you want me to read another
It's okay.
section
No,
and then
just
you could
no,
try again?
just tell me what it is.
It was Fourth Wing.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
don't like how Yaros world builds. They don't like her writing style. They don't like the characters even a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, she they call they call Zayden discount resand.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's a statement.
It is.
Well, with that,
That was fun. It was different.
stay cunning, stay brave. Remember, you are your own high lady because I don't have time for dumb, ignorant comments on Goodreads. Have a great night, guys.
We just said everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I also just said, don't yuck somebody's yum.
Well, they yucked our yum, and then we yucked their yuck.
Yeah, I'm just yucking your yuck.
Yeah, so,
Well, yeah, thanks for listening to this really chaotic episode. I'm enjoying the
um,
chaotic episodes. I think we should keep them coming.
I am too. If you listen, leave a comment or a like or a rating, it would be very helpful and kind.
Yes.
And you
Thank
can
you so
follow us on
much.
all our social medias and our website, and that's it, I think.
Click the subscribe button wherever it is on the screen because I don't know on YouTube.
I think it's below, but I don't know on which side. Oh, yeah, also subscribe to the channel. I guess we don't say that. On whatever you listen to, if it's YouTube,
Yeah, like,
Apple,
comment, review,
Spotify.
subscribe.
We just want more friends, guys.
I don't need no, I just need attention. I don't need friends.
Telling my husband.
Okay, once again, stay cunning, stay brave, and remember you are your own high lady. Have a good night, guys.
Bye-bye.
That was funny.